Hi guys, welcome to my channel and to my Back to Beauty No Buy year. This year I am concentrating on using my makeup and not buying any. Today I'm using my makeup to get glam for no damn reason. I hope you guys enjoy the concept of this video. I just want to encourage you guys to get glam whenever you feel like getting glam. You don't need a place to go. You don't need a reason to get glam. Just get glam for no damn reason. And with all of that said, let's go ahead and get into this look. All right, let's get into it. I'm going to go ahead and catch you up on the things that I already have applied. That's the Bobbi Brown Primer Plus Radiance. I think this is a lot like MAC Strobe Cream in Pink Light. And then for foundation, Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation in LN4. And my Tarte Shape Tape in Light Neutral. I was feeling the coverage today, needing it. I look tired. And then for my brows, so far I have the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Ash Brown. I think my brain is still waking up, just gonna warn you now. So I have not set down my foundation yet. And for that, we're going to be bougie and use my teeny tiny Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder in the shade Medium. And I'm just gonna take this on my ring finger and set lightly under my eyes. I've seen Tiffany Dawn do this on her channel and I'll link her down below. But she's been doing this on her channel lately and I tried it and I think I kind of like it. Specifically with this one, even though this is a wee bit dark actually for under my eyes, it works. And it's nice and soft and I thought it went with, you know, glam for no damn reason today. If my brows look a little red, that's because we had a tweezing situation this morning, and by we, I mean Lucille and I. She always has perfect brows, though. We hate her for it. Not really. I'm gonna try not to be super quiet, as I have been in a few of, I feel like been a little low energy the last couple of get ready with me's that I did, and I don't know. I wasn't really low energy. I guess I didn't have anything to say. So I just thought this would be fun. If I'm being honest, on the days when I feel the worst are the days that I put the most effort into my makeup. Some of you know, and I don't know how much I've really gone into details in terms of, you know, my chronic pain and stuff, but I have back problems and I have fibromyalgia, and so chronic pain is a daily occurrence for me, but some days are worse than others. And in the transition seasons, like, you know, spring and fall, when it goes either from hot to cold or cold to hot, like a lot, you know, throughout the days as you're kind of transitioning either into the cold weather or the warmer weather. And, you know, they call that flare-ups, you know, and sometimes they happen for other people for other reasons, like your diet or whatever. But anyways, I'm not trying to go into my chronic pain story. If you are interested, let me know, I guess. But what I'm trying to say is when I feel my worst, I try and make myself look my best because it does help, you know. It is what it is, for me anyhow. I do like that powder, but if I'm being honest, and of course I'll give you my full review when it's empty, but I feel like that powder, that Charlotte Tilbury powder, is so much like the No. 7 powder that I love. So carrying on with our bougie little morning here, I'm going to go into my Kevyn NeoBronzer. This is in the shade Sienna, and it says Warm Coral underneath. She looks like this. I've not used this a ton on my channel, and if I'm being honest, I kind of have this weird, like, saving aspect that I want to do, or that I lean towards doing. Like, it's too nice to use, so I have to you know, save it for special occasions and stuff like that. And that's just not what I should be doing. There's no point in having things you love if you don't use them. I mean, yeah, people collect things and they find joy in just having them or whatever, but I mean, if it's a usable and or a perishable product, you know, and it's something that you love, you should use it. Don't let it expire on you because it's too nice or whatever the deal is. I would happily buy this whole thing again if I ever use it up. Oh, and I forgot to say another thing that I love about this bronzer is that the bronzer has a little bit of a reddish undertone. I don't know if you can be able to tell, but therefore it actually looks like I got sun, and I just love that effect. All right, for blush, I think I'm gonna really go hard in this middle part right here where it's the most coral and brighten up the cheeks and the cheekbones today. I love this. It's definitely luminous. Like, this whole thing is definitely luminous. Not super glowy, but luminous for sure. That's kind of what I'm going for today, is just kind of a glowy date night glam look. I love getting glam. And of course, everybody's version of glam is different. So let me know down in the comments, what does glam mean for you? Is there things that like you automatically use if you're going glam, like liquid liner or something like that? For me, I usually go with a bold lip, and today will be no different. But yeah, when I think glam, I think kind of neutral on the eyes for me, and then some kind of really statement lip. Ta-da! Feeling pretty bronze. Hopefully you guys will forgive the wet dog look. I'm air drying. Oh shoot, I don't know why I put that away. I need to highlight. Good grief. All right, so going into the highlight, I usually just tend to focus my brush right here in the middle. It's almost like a peachy shade, which is definitely my jam. I am using, let's see how much product got picked up here. I am using my scratchy Morphe brush, but I like the effect that it gives with this product, even though it does cause kick up in the pan. It's very subtle in person, but on camera, boy, that's blinding. It's gonna be a beautiful day today. Oh man, the weather, finally. We had snow last week, but this week it's supposed to be in the 60s all week, and that is like the money for me because I love to be outside, and because of the altitude and being closer to the sun and everything, usually feels about 10 degrees warmer than what it actually is. And so we're talking 70s, which is like my favorite. Thank you for your service, Mr. Aucoin. Okay, now something that I don't always do, but I do always do when I'm getting glam is a finishing powder. And so we're gonna use my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Dim Light, and I'm just going to put that all over my face. That's why it looks a little scary now, but the finishing powder will knock it back a little bit. And like I said, this is not a step I do every day, but you know, if I'm going out or gonna do brunch, I mean, like, I won't use this to go to the grocery store or the dance studio, but I'll wear it to brunch or wherever else that I want my makeup to look flawless. All right, now that we have that done, I'm going to gel my brows. And for those of you that are following my no-buy journey, I did allow myself to purchase an inexpensive brow gel, clear brow gel. And I gotta say, guys, I'm so happy that I did. I have no qualms about it. I think My tinted brow gel will still serve a purpose at times. There's times where I don't want to, you know, I'm hurrying to get out the door, and I'll just swipe some tinted brow gel through my brows without, you know, penciling them in or whatever. And so it'll get used, but this is so much more me. Just penciling in a soft brow and then setting it with a clear brow gel that holds them in place all day. And because I am a horrible YouTuber, I didn't tell you, this is the ColourPop Brow Boss Gel, and it's $6. And they do carry it at Ulta, so that was why I went with this one. Today, I asked Angela this morning, I said, can you guess which palette I'm going to use for my Glam for No Damn Reason video, you know, we talk. And she guessed it, APH Sultry, baby. You know, look, Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette over here, she needs a chance to feel a little jealousy. She needs a little break, and I love this palette. I had a really, really, really hard time putting this away once I was done testing it, so to speak. So, and I, you know, I look at her longingly on a lot of days when I open up my palette drawer here. Let's do something different. I'm gonna go into this shade right here, which is called Birch. And it's a mid-tone, warm, sort of khaki color. And so I think it's kind of fun sometimes to do a warm transition, even if the rest of the eye look is going to be cool toned. Like I said, I don't entirely have a plan today. My first instinct would have been to go in with this gray right here, which is called Slate, because I love that, or this taupe right here called Twig. I think I used that a ton, absolute ton, when I was testing the palette. This is the problem. I wish there was a slightly deeper tone than Twig or Birch, but not quite as dark as this brown called Dystopian. But we're gonna do it anyways, because we're going glam. Glam. Glam I am. That's it. I'm gonna write a book. Fuzz. Okay, going into Dystopian, that deep dark brown. I'm gonna take that in the crease ever so slightly. Just going in low and slow. Just wait till I show up at the dance studio tonight. All right, then I'm gonna go back into that original Birch shade, blend out Dystopian, and, you know, kind of build up that warmth a little bit. And this is like the softest, fluffiest brush that I have here, just to give you an idea of the texture of the brush that I'm using for this palette, for this type of blown out look. But I know a lot of people can be kind of intimidated by ABH shadows because, you know, they're very pigmented. If you go in hard and fast, you could really look like you got punched in the eye, which, hey, if you're into it, I'm into it, that's fine, no problem. But I actually think of all the ABH palettes that I have, and the only one I don't have is the Norvina palette, and that's just, it wouldn't have been a smart purchase for me. I'm not a big fan of purple. Not that it has a lot of purple in it, to be honest, but I don't know. I just wasn't interested. I knew I'd be buying the Norvina palette if, just to be a completionist, like to have all of them if I bought it, and I decided that was not something that I wanted to do anymore. I did a little bit of that in the beginning of my journey in beauty, but anyhow, so of all the palettes I have, Modern Renaissance, Subculture, Prism, and Soft Glam, and this one, I think this is the easiest to work with, personally. So, all right, I'm gonna go back in with a little bit more Dystopian. that deep brown. Deepen it up just a smidge. All right. Now with no additional product, going back in with the Big Fluffy that we used for Birch. I'm just gonna give it a heck of a blend, a damn blend. That's what we're gonna do. I like it, I'm feeling it. Okay, so for the outer part of the lid, I'm gonna go into this shade right here called Ember. And what type of brush do we want to use? I'm gonna use this guy right here, kind of a pinched guy. He'll lay down shimmer, but he'll also kind of blend it into the crease a little bit. I think this color is just really, it blends in with Dystopian in this way, like so easily. All right, so for the bulk of the lid, I'm gonna go in with this shade right here called Cinder. And I think I'm going to foil it. I was gonna say I think I'm gonna use a glitter glue, but I don't think I'm going to go ahead and use a glitter glue. I'll just spray it. So into taupe this year. What is that about? Do you guys go through phases where you're like, discover a shade that's always existed, or like a color, whether it's wardrobe, makeup, whatever, like discovered a shade that's always existed, but you never knew true love until you found it? Like, I'm that way with mustard yellow. Yellow has always been my favorite color, but I never knew how much I loved mustard yellow until like 2 years ago, and then, you know, couldn't find anything hardly in mustard yellow then. But then this year happened and it's like mustard yellow everywhere. I'm like, cool. I better stock up before it goes out of style again. So what is your go-to palette for Glam? Do you have a go-to palette for Glam? For me, before I got the Sultry palette, it was 100% the Persona palette, and I even considered swapping over to the Persona palette today, but I didn't. I love this palette and I really wanted to use it today, so I did. Let's do the lower lash line. I'm just going to take this little smudger brush and a little bit of Ember, and I'm just going to have that on the outer third, in theory, of my lower lash line. I'm going to take just a little bit of Birch and put that on the inner part, the inner whatever of the lower lash line. Good gracious. All right, inner corner, we are going to use the shade Pearl. Some people be like, well, is there even really a choice? I thought about putting Rose Quartz on the inner corner, but for the lip that I have planned, I just don't want to risk that they would not look nice together. So I'm going to be a weenie and cop out. I love this shade Pearl as an inner corner highlight. Oh my goodness. So pretty. It looks like white, almost peachy in the pan, Pearl does, but when you put it on the eyes, there's definitely a beautiful pink quality to it that I hope to be able to capture in the close-up pictures for you guys, but we'll see. All right, let's do a matte brow bone highlight, shall we? And for that, I'm just going to use this white shade called Fresh, or this cream shade called Fresh. It's also what I use to set down my primer when I use this palette, but it is a really nice matte brow bone shade in my opinion, for me and my skin color, of course. Just really nice. It actually gives a nice little arch to the brow, I think, which not all matte cream shades do. Some of them don't even show up on the skin. This brow is wonky, so it's like somebody dented my head right here. It's got this weird little dent right in my eyebrow, and it drives me bananas. All right, eyeliner and mascara. I'm going to use a black liner from NARS and a, what do I want to call it, and a peach brightening pencil from Pixi, as well as my NARS Climax mascara. I'm going to diffuse my hair, and then I will come back for lips. All right, 2 hours later. No, not really. So hair is dead, and now we're going to do lips. I wanted to go with a bold lip. For me, Glam means a bold lip, and I've been loving this color. It's a new fave for sure, and it is the Smashbox Always On Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Boz or Bozzy. I'll put it on the screen. Probably means something that the kids are saying now, and I'm lame and I don't know what it means or why it's called this, but this is my new favorite red lipstick, and I'm going to line my lips first with the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in the shade Frenchie. All right, going into the liquid lipstick. Maybe I should just leave it like this. What do you think? I had a really hard time deciding what lip to pair with this look. And then I always like to touch up a little bit with my red liner. There we go. Now we're glam. So this is final look. I have some simple pearls on and a cute little pearl choker that my hubby bought me. And here you go. So I hope you guys enjoyed getting glam for no damn reason today. I love to get glam. I don't have to have a reason to get glam. And like I said, on the days when I'm feeling my worst, I try and make myself look my best so I feel just a little bit better. And with all of that said, I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely damn beautiful makeup days. And I will see you in my next video soon.